Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Let's Draw! This week's episode was drawn by me, Eyeflower.
Yay!
In this week's episode, I decided to draw one of my, I wouldn't say favorite, but one of those more obscure, like, Superman villains, I guess you could say. Mxyzptlk. I really like how he, like the idea of saying character's name backwards. I'm pretty sure there's a fairy tale that does that too. I just don't know what it is. And for some strange reason, I want to say Rumpelstiltskin, but I don't know if Rumpelstiltskin is the one you have to say his name backwards. But either way, Mxyzptlk, he has a really fun name to say. You have to say his name backwards to get rid of him. You have to get him to say his name backwards to get rid of him. And the reference I used for this picture is the Mxyzptlk that was on the show Lois and Clark. And if any of you guys remember that show, props to you. Yeah. All versions that we know of. Lois and Clark version, comic version, and the cartoon version of Mxyzptlk, which was voiced by Iago's voice actor. Yeah, we could look up his name, but we don't do things like that on this show, because don't you know how annoying it is when someone is sitting there like, what's this? And they have the internet right there, but they don't use it because they're recording. That's exactly what we're gonna do, because it annoys us when other people do it, so we're gonna do it. But, really? You know I'm looking them up right now while I'm talking. But, yeah. So that was pretty much the idea for this picture, just draw Mxyzptlk. And I'm actually really happy that I did. I actually like this picture. It's not something, I mean, it's one of those pictures I'm actually happy about, because for the last few pictures I've not been happy with anything I've been doing. But I think I'm starting to feel happy about it again. I have no idea how to spell Iago. Nah, I don't think I'm gonna get him. Yeah, but, yeah, so we got the gist about Mxyzptlk, right?
I think that's my favorite character. I love when he popped in the animated series, actually. I like his voice actor.
I know I'm about to pronounce his name wrong. I know for a fact I'm about to, even though this name isn't even that hard to pronounce. But do you want to try this with me, Corzette?
No.
Okay. I feel I'm going to pronounce that. Okay, his first name is Gilbert, but the last name, I'm going to say this wrong. I want to say Gottfried. Gottfried, but it's Gottfried.
See, Gottfried.
Yeah, Gottfried. I mean, if you look at it a little bit awkward, you can say Gottfried. So, Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh my no!
I'm sorry, but it's probably come on, G-O-T space fried. But yeah, I'm sorry. So this is me making the clock. I'm actually really happy about how this came out. It was pretty much just look at the picture from Lois and Clark, sketch out something, and then just combine character traits as I go. Doing this clock part was actually very odd. I was trying to space the numbers perfectly, so eventually I just did this, made sure everything that was even, used this as a guideline, and then I drew a clock. So if any of you guys want to know how to draw a clock and you want to make it perfect, just mirror image tool both ways, draw some X's, and do it.
If you're a perfectionist.
You need to be a perfectionist if you're drawing a clock. You need to be a perfectionist. You need to. You need to. Or you can just copy and paste a clock from somewhere. I don't know what you want to do. Live your life, boo. Live your life. I really like the way I did the shadowing here. I just like it. It looks nice and warm.
You just love everything, don't you?
I like this picture. I'm happy with myself. Yeah. You know, I'm not one of those people that feels like, oh my goodness, I can't, I mean, even though the last episode seemed like I was one of those people that goes, oh my goodness, I can't do anything, I'm terrible. I'm not one of those people. I'm not. But sometimes I'm not happy with what I do. And I feel like sometimes everyone should, at some point, feel not 100% content with at least one or two things they do every so often. Like, you shouldn't always be dissatisfied with yourself, and you shouldn't always be content with yourself. Because if you're always content, you'll never grow. And then if you're always dissatisfied with yourself, you'll never grow, because you'll never know when you grow. Or you might just stop because you're not happy. So I feel like there needs to be a happy medium. Be happy with yourself sometimes, but also take a step back every so often and say, what can I fix? Or what's wrong with this?
Or you can just ignore it and just put your pen to the paper and just go.
Yeah. So, yeah, all these colors come from different things. The large sleeves come from the Lois and Clark. The bow tie and the green comes from, well, not the green. Fine then. The bow tie comes from the animated one. Some of the facial features are really mixed up. The hair and the basic color scheme comes from the comic Mxyzptlk. That is such a, you guys should say Mxyzptlk just right now. Say it with me. Come on, Corzette, we're doing this. Mxyzptlk. You said it wrong, but yeah, it's really fun. By the way, I have no idea if Lois and Clark was calling back to some comic or something, but I just kind of find it to be a fun idea. When how they got rid of him, they pretty much just gave him a gift, and they're like, here it is, it's to you. And then he looks at the label, looks at the little to from thing, and he's just like, oh, and he's just like, wait a second, this isn't for me, this is for, and then he says his own name backwards, and he's like, F you, Superman.
Oh, it's like I like the when he was typing his article, and then he put so many mistakes in the thing, and then getting Pillek to correct it and say there, and like crap.
Animated one?
Yes.
Yeah. He's just such a fun character. Like, I think him, I don't know if him and Batmite have met before, but him and Batmite both meet each other, and I think it would be kind of entertaining, but at the same time, I think Mxyzptlk would be like, boy, I do not like you, get out of my face, Batmite. By the way, have you guys watched, like, the older Batman cartoon, like, where Adam West, like, Lord rest his soul, but when Adam West, like, voice acted Batman, even though I know that he played a lot, but whatever he voice acted him in those older ones, like, it was he was savage to Batmite. That was beautiful. But unfortunately, we're at the end of this week's episode of Let's Draw. Please remember to like and subscribe, or else I'll send Mxyzptlk to mess with your life.
You can trick him. I have faith in you.